The next part of lesson 7.4 is on simplifying numbers with rational exponents or writing expressions in their simplest form. I know that you are all capable of this, so we're just going to take it a little bit slowly. Just pay attention to all of the details. I'm sure you guys will do great. All right, so we need to simplify this. That means we're going to try to write it in the simplest form as we can. So let's take a look at this exponent. We've got negative 2.5. Well, that's kind of an icky thing to have as an exponent, so let's see if we can turn it into a fraction. So negative 2.5, we could actually think of as negative 25 divided by 10, because all we did was move the exponent over 1, or the decimal point. And then we can simplify this if we divide both the numerator and the denominator by 5. So this becomes negative 5 divided by 2. So let's look at this. If we have 25 to the negative 5 over 2, our last lesson, we realized that this is the power, this is the root. So let's write it in radical form. So it's the square root, and it's 25 to the negative 5. Before we deal with that negative 5, let's see if we can write 25 as something squared. Well, we know that 25 is 5 squared, so we can write this as 5 squared to the negative 5th power. All right, usually what we did before was I would have put this 5 in a parentheses and put the 2 up there. And that's what I'm looking for. I want a 2 on the outside of here. So 2 times negative 5 is the same as negative 5 times 2. So I'm just going to switch these things around. So this is going to become the square root of 5 to the negative 5 squared. See, all I did was switch the 2 and the negative 5. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Negative 5 times 2 is still negative 10. But the reason I do this is now this square and this square root, those cancel each other out, and I'm left with 5 to the negative 5. Okay, so since we're left with negative 5, we have 5 to the negative 5. So this negative exponent, sorry, that doesn't look very nice, means that it's not happy being in the numerator, so we're going to make this 1 over 5 to the 5th power. All I did was make this a positive exponent in the denominator. And now we just simplify. Well, 5 to the 5th power is 3,125. So this is 1 over 3,125. So we simplified this with this funky decimal point exponent all the way down to this. Let's take a look at the second one. All right, we're going to take these in 2 separate pieces. We can think of this as 243 to the 2/5 power times a to the negative 10th to the 2/5 power. Let's deal with this real quick. Because an exponent raised to an exponent, we just multiply these two. So negative 10 over 1 times 2 over 5 is going to give us a to the negative 20 divided by 5. Well, negative 20 divided by 5 is just negative 4. So this becomes a to the negative 4. So we simplified that part of it. Let's take a look at this part. So 243 to the 2/5. Let's factor 243. Well, we can take out a 3 times 81. And then 81 we could split into 9 and 9. And each of these into 3s. 243 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 to the 5th power. I'm going to rewrite 243 as 3 to the 5th power. That's the 243, and I'm raising it to a 2/5 power. I know it's a lot of fractions. Just take your time. All right, so when we raise a power to a power, we multiply. 5 divided by 1. So we're going to get 10 divided by 5. Well, what's 10 divided by 5? It's just 2. So here we end up with 3 squared. Well, what's 3 squared? It's just 9. All right, great. So this part became 9, and this part is a to the negative 4. So we have 9 times a to the negative 4. Let's deal with this negative exponent. It just means it's not happy. We're going to put it down in the denominator. So this is going to be 9 divided by a to the 4th power. That one might take a little bit more time to work through, so just follow the steps that we did. So this should be your final answer. All right, so try these quick checks on your own. It should follow along with what we just did in the examples. Have a great day.